How to Be Contagious. U-Turn Podcast. Ashley Stahl and Anese Cavanaugh. Hi everyone. Today I am going to review How to Be Contagious. U-Turn Podcast by Ashley Stahl and Anese Cavanaugh. Creating an intentional impact requires clarifying your intended outcomes and desired emotional effect. Whether you're attending a work meeting or an employee feedback session, or having a job interview or a tough conversation with your spouse or child, creating an intentional impact is central to gaining positive results. To cultivate your intentional impact, clarify the following 5 questions. What outcomes do you intend to reach? What emotional impact do you desire to have? How do you have to show up? What do you need to believe? What are the next steps you must take? First, to get clear on what outcomes you intend to achieve, think of 1 to 3 solid results you hope will come from the interaction. How do you want the other person to experience you? And then, also, how do you want to feel? Anese Cavanaugh. Second, consider the emotional impact your interaction has on the other person as well as on you. For example, imagine you're giving feedback to your employees. How do you want them to feel? It's likely you want them to feel cared for, and to know that the feedback is in service of their higher growth. You want them to feel heard, and that they know you believe in them. Then, ask yourself how you want to feel. Probably useful and helpful. Before entering an interaction, think about how you'll show up, what your beliefs are and what steps to take to move forward. As a next step, take some time to picture how you'll have to show up to the interaction. In a feedback situation, aim to be present and curious. This probably means putting your phone away, so you can really focus on the person or situation at hand. The impact of people's leadership, and what they are able to do in the world, is so dependent upon their level of presence, and their level of self-care. Anese Cavanaugh. Step 4 includes thinking about what you have to believe to achieve your intended impact. In a feedback session, examine your beliefs about the employee. Start by recognizing the employee as a human being worthy of being treated with kindness and respect. Beyond that, don't lean on false pretenses. If you genuinely believe that person is incapable of getting a job done, don't say you know he or she can do it. The employee will pick up on the dissonance. Instead, lean on the smallest belief you can muster that will help you support that individual and treat him or her well, even if your relationship with the person is strained. Then tell the truth, acknowledging that the job isn't a good fit. The final step in creating an intentional impact is to map out the actions you must take to reach your desired results. For example, booking the meeting, then scheduling a follow-up. Steps 2 and 4, emotional impact and beliefs, are critical in this 5-step process. Recognizing when your energy has gone awry is a vital leadership skill. Many people find themselves in a constant state of reactivity because they've neglected self-care. Most would like to master the basic physical aspects of self-care, like exercising daily, eating a healthy diet, having a tidy home, and getting the recommended 8 hours of sleep. But if you are struggling to make the time and space for those things, perhaps the first step toward increasing your energy is examining your self-talk. If you're feeling exhausted, it may be that negative self-talk is wearing you down. What I find is exhausting to people is the constant negative self-talk. Anese Cavanaugh. Remember that the energy you bring is contagious. As a leader, it's your responsibility to be present for your team. So ensure you take care of yourself and recognize when your energy is off. Awareness of your energy state gives you the power to be intentional about your next step. Imagine you're having an important meeting, but just before it starts, you had an argument with a loved one. The argument negatively influenced your energy, but you're not going to cancel the meeting. It's time to reboot your energy. Start by reminding yourself of your intention for the meeting, to make a positive impact. Then, promise yourself that as soon as the meeting is over, you'll call a friend or your therapist to address the trigger you experienced before the meeting. Remember that saying no can be an act of self-care and help avoid burnout. Saying no to the things that don't resonate with you is an act of self-care. This may mean gracefully bowing out of a meeting or call when it's not productive. Remember that every time you say yes to one thing, you're saying no to something else. When you're addicted to saying yes, you may also be saying yes to burnout. Nobody's winning by you saying yes when you really are a no. Nobody wins. Anese Cavanaugh. To avoid burnout, take a pause between meetings or at the end of the day, for example, by simply sitting in your car for 1 mindful minute before entering your home. Be proactive about building pauses into your day. When you take these breaks, you become more aware of the present moment. If you have a job that refuses you these moments, try to co-design a healthier situation. Explain how being on all the time impacts your well-being and makes you less effective. If you can't create a healthier situation within your current job, you may have to choose well-being over the job, and quit. Remember, when you're doing work that aligns with your purpose, the work should energize you rather than burn you out. If it doesn't, consider whether you've outgrown your purpose. Takeaways. Creating an intentional impact requires clarifying your intended outcomes and desired emotional effect. Before entering an interaction, think about how you'll show up, what your beliefs are, and what steps to take to move forward. Recognizing when your energy has gone awry is a vital leadership skill. Remember that saying no can be an act of self-care and help avoid burnout. Please like, share and subscribe for more videos. Thanks for watching.